Neighbor across the street, dog comes over, takes crap on my lawn. I go next door and say, hey, stop doing that. Blah. I put him on notice. Okay? All right? He keeps doing it. So then I send him a letter. How do you do? All right? Say, hey, if it happens again, you owe me $5,000. All right? He throws it in the garbage. Okay? I do it through certified mail. Okay? And I sign it. All right? Does it again. I said, look, put him on notice. So you got 3 pieces of paper in 60 days, right? Okay.
That's a hell of a swell guy. That's a swell guy to pick up 60 days worth of poop.
Well, okay, but we could accelerate that. But I'm just trying to make a point. All right, but I get him in brief.
The first time you tell somebody they did wrong, they will compensate you immediately.
They will not. Come on.
Okay. Well, then if they don't, you hand them the bill, and then you immediately.
How do you collect your bill, Carol?
Then you take them to court.
How do you do it?
Then you take them to court.
Tell me how you do it.
Then you take them to court and you sue them.
Yeah, that's my point. My point is, you get them in first.
If somebody did me wrong, you think, like I said, somebody stole my car, and I got a kid in the backseat. You think I'm going to send them 3 notices? I'm going to say, give me my car back now, or I'm going to take you to court. I'm going to give him about 10 seconds to answer.
Guess what? Without any paperwork before you go into court, you got controversy, man.
Of course you got controversy. That's why you go to court, because you couldn't settle it between your brother.
It's adversarial.
That's right. There's a controversy. That's why you're moving court, because there's a controversy.
Look, I can go into court. It's adversarial. That gives the judge jurisdiction. Okay?
No, it doesn't give the judge jurisdiction if you want a trial by jury. That's going to be the judges then. You could say, look, when you're a plaintiff, when you're the moving party, when you're the prosecutor, and you submit your claim before a tribunal, and you place it into a public courthouse, you surrender jurisdiction and control of your paperwork, and now it's up to the judges to decide the merits of your case.
Right.
It's that simple. Right, because you're not a big boy and you can't handle this shit on your own, so you had to go ground up a posse and help you collect from the person that done you wrong. So those people are going to judge whether or not that your case has merit, whether or not that you've truly been done wrong. And if you have been done wrong, they will send a posse over there and they will have a warrant of debt on the fucking man, and they will go in, the deputies in the sheriff's department will go in there and they'll strip that man of his property until they put it up in auction and until your debt is paid back, that the jury came down and the verdict of the jury has been satisfied. It's that simple.
Here's the thing, man. I'm trying to enhance your process. You think I'm just going after...
I'm done in 93 seconds.
I know. You think I'm going after the equity court, okay? When I'm not.
I don't care where are you going with this. I just did it so simple. It's scary. Somebody did you wrong. You say, stop doing the wrong.
I am the man, and you're going in there just, I am the man, okay? And you're going into it wrong. You're walking into an admiralty maritime court.
No, I'm not. What admiralty maritime court?
You are walking into an admiralty maritime court with gold fringe around the flag, man. You are walking. You are an enemy of the state.
You got to watch what happened with the Freemen of Montana. See, this is the Freemen of Montana.
I know all about it, man. I'm 55.
This is the Freemen of Montana nonsense that you're going down, man. I love this federal district court. I love this federal district court judge that went after the Freemen of Montana. What happened when the Freemen of Montana, the Schweitzer guy, when they went before the judge, all of a sudden they started whipping out the Bible. All of a sudden they started whipping out English common law. All of a sudden they started whipping out Magna Carta. All of a sudden they started to do about this gold fringe conspiracy theory wacko nonsense. So I love this district court judge. What this district court judge did is he got out from behind the bench, he took off his robe, he put a wooden chair in front of the Mr. Schweitzer and the Montana Freemen. On the way out off of the pedestal, the altar, the Temple of Doom, the judge kicked the American flag with the gold fringe to the floor. And he said, okay, the gold flag's gone. I'm not wearing no robe. I'm not part of no clergy or Illuminati. Now, you are going to answer this question. Guilty or not guilty, how do you plead? If anything comes out of your mouth other than that, I am going to hold your ass off. Now, how do you plead? And that was as simple as the man did it. He didn't give a rat's ass about no gold fringe. He didn't give a rat's ass about 10,000 pages that you guys put into these courts, because all it is paper terrorism. You're just trying to interfere with the proper function of a government agency, which is a court. It's a total waste of time. You're going to accomplish absolutely nothing. All Mr. Schweitzer had to do was say, may I have pen and paper so I may answer the court in a proper manner. Now, Who is making the claim that I have done him wrong? What is the nature of the charges? Or have you suspended habeas corpus? Because I know the plaintiff has appeared, and the plaintiff must appear because he will appear in all courts throughout all mankind's history. I don't care if you were in a cave. The guy who said that did you wrong, he's going to have to appear because dead men tell no tales, so there must be a live party to point across that courtroom and say that you've done him wrong. If you refuse to appear, the plaintiff does not appear, you have no case. That's all Mr. Schweitzer had to say in his paperwork. He didn't have to go off on English common law. He didn't have to go off on Magna Carta. He didn't have to use the Bible. He didn't have to use any Constitution. He didn't have to use any federal rule of civil procedure, but he did. And you know what? He died in a maximum security prison where? Up in Massachusetts or Arizona. So his process does not effing work, okay? Mine works very simple. When it's the United States of America versus some guy named Greg, I said, oh, good. The United States of America is going to take the witness stand in tax court and point across the courtroom and say that Mr. Greg has caused him, the United States of America, an injury or damage or financial loss or injury or harm to a man known as the United States of America. And they said, well, of course not. Then the plaintiff isn't going to appear. Well, then you have no case. Without the confession coming from this man, you have no case. And the Fed said right into this man's face, right when I was sitting in their office, they said, you're absolutely right. All we have is a paper case, and all we could do is wait and pray and hope that this man finally someday will confess. And there you go. So why don't I teach people the Fremantle, Montana way? Why don't I teach them the notary process way? Because it does not work.